Now today is the first day of term 2 for 2014, the official school term. So I have to start keeping records today. So what I'm going to do is make a new notebook for this term. So I'm going to call it first week, and it's the 28th of April 2014. So I've made a new notebook there. I want to stack it, make it into a term. So make a new stack. If I right click on the stack, I can rename that, and I'm going to call that 2014 term 2. Now if I look down here, there we go, this start of this new term, it's term 2, and here's today's date, today's notebook, and I haven't actually got anything in it yet. Actually, I've been out all morning, and the girls I've been doing things by themselves. Sophie's still writing her NaNoWriMo novel. I'm sure she's done a piano practice. I'm not sure what else they've done this morning, but I'm sure I'll find out. But one thing we did do this morning was we went for a run. So if I click on the note from a previous week, I can copy that to my new notebook, which is there. Copy, and that'll go into that notebook. We also said our morning prayers this morning, so if I click onto that, then right click it, copy to notebook, copy it into the right notebook, copy. And if I go back to my new notebook, look, there we go. I've got 2 things in my notebook already for today, things the girls have been doing. And the only thing that needs doing to these 2 is tagging. The labels came over but no tag, so I'm going to just call that exactly the same as the label, and this one as well. The PDHPE, I mean, it's personal development, health and physical education, I think, but I don't think in those sort of terms. I mean, they're just things to do with religion and faith and exercise and keeping healthy, all that sort of thing, all the things that my children just do naturally. I remember to record so that I can put it under PDHPE. And so probably, I know Sophie did her piano practice this morning as well. So if I look for a note with a piano practice, there's one, I can copy that as well to the right notebook. And then go back to my notebook, and there it is, except she hasn't done 5. I take some of those icons away, and as the days go by this week, I'll add more icons. Probably after I finish this video, I'll go and see what the girls have been doing. I know that they'll be novel writing, because Wednesday is the last day for NaNoWriMo, and Gemma Rose has finished hers. Sophie hasn't quite finished it, but I know she'll want to finish that. There we go, novel writing. So if I copy that one as well into the right notebook, and there it is, but she's only done it once this week so far, so I'll take some of those icons away, and I'll remember to add some tags. There. That's basically my notebook, so I hope that it's helpful to see how I've done it in action. Of course, you could have as many notebooks as you want. You could have one for every day if you prefer, or one for the whole term, and of course they can be labelled anything you like. You can tag, put any tags that you like. As I said, I label mine according to the key learning areas, or roughly, not quite the same, but roughly. You can label notes whatever you like. You could maybe even have a notebook for each child. Gemma Rose and Sophie do so much of the same things that I haven't bothered doing a separate notebook for each one. If there's something that only one of them have done, I just stick their name on the note to make sure that I know which child did it. Not for my purposes, but for the educational records. But yeah, I think that I really enjoyed keeping these notes, and I think that look, there's a whole article that I clipped off the internet about continents. We were talking about continents, and I said to the girls, do you know what a continent is? Thinking they wouldn't know because I hadn't actually mentioned it. And also the same thing with latitude and longitude. Do you know what they are? And they said, of course we do, Mum. And I said, well, when did you learn about that? And they said, oh, we were playing a game, Mum. I can't remember what the game was. One of these travel games, and they picked it up from there. And so they knew all about that. But we had a look at this particular article. We read it together, and then I just clipped it into my notes as a record. But I think that, I think that even though I don't like keeping notes and I wouldn't do it if I didn't have to, I do also think that this is a lovely record for my children, and we're going to look back and enjoy in the future, looking back and saying, oh wow, do you remember when we watched West Side Story, or do you remember that blog post that I wrote? This is there's a Sister Wendy video we watched, and they'll say, you know, did you remember that Sister Wendy video that we watched on YouTube? And it's going to be a lot of memories here, that on all the art projects they did, all the photos. And so in a way, I think that the records are worth keeping. So I hope you've enjoyed that today, and thank you for watching.